That was unexpected.
All right. Hello, everyone. And welcome to the evening roast. And I am, of course, your host, Mr. Sugar Chris. Almost said you in a subway. Oh, man. It has been a rough past couple of days, and I'm a bit of a mess today. But I have made it, and of course, with me as always is Mr. Sim.
Hello and welcome, everyone.
And today our guest is Mr. Randall Rozzell. Am I saying that last one right?
Rozzell, that's fine.
Rozzell. All right, Rozzell. Apologies.
Everybody butchers it, so it's okay.
And today we're going to be talking about Whitaker Knox.
Yes.
Oh my! So how you doing this morning or this evening, Mr. Rozzell?
Doing good. It's apparently better than you are.
Okay, in his defense, he works the night shift, so to him, it's like upside down.
At one point in time, I was up for like 30 something hours straight, and I've been asleep for like maybe 3 hours.
Wow.
I'm a bit of a mess today. Oh man, I'm trying to get this coffee to get me going. We got Yodam's in the chat. Hello, sir.
What's up, Yodam?
And we got Creators Outlet. He says, "Hey, sugar."
Hello.
And he says, "Sam."
Yep, that's me.
Oh lordy, I'm a mess.
So what's up?
And we were going to also have one with us, Mr. Brian Christgau, but I think he might have forgot.
He got lost in the jungle.
Maybe he had like a really good brainstorm for a 6-gun gorilla.
But
he's like, I ain't got time for that.
But I can tell you that like just a few minutes, like maybe like a half an hour ago, maybe he sent me a message. Oh, dude, I just rebuilt the beginning of Bloodhound and Doc Salem. I'm like, it's all like he's probably busy.
Yeah.
Or
no worries.
Not in a state to come to on stream.
Oh man. Oh,
so Whitaker Knox, book 1 and 2. So you can get book 1 and 2 on there.
Yes.
And you, sir, are
I am the writer, and I also do the lettering.
Mm-hmm. And the artist would be?
The artist is Silvio DB. He does everything else. Pencils, inks, color. He's all digital, but he covers everything from the roughs through the final finished pages. So it's just he and I.
And is that because you had a previous campaign for number 1, or you're just the first campaign for issue 1 and 2?
No, we issue 1 we launched in October of 2019, and it went pretty well. We had a 3,500 goal and hit 3,800 and change, and COVID was definitely an issue. 2020 was crappy for Silvio, so we didn't get the book in people's hands until I think maybe September 2020. Which was longer than we wanted. It didn't match the goal that we had, but
the most important you fulfilled.
Yes, we fulfilled, and Silvio made it through the year because he was sick and just things got in the way, obviously. So we launched issue 2 on Kickstarter February 1st of this year. Had a goal of 2,500 and we hit 44 and change. And then I brought it over to Indiegogo's in-demand storefront because I was starting to do some podcasts, and I just wanted to check out Indiegogo because I'd never used it. Check out their add-ons and just, the whole platform, because I may switch to Indiegogo for the remaining issues. I wanted to compare and see, just see what was going on with Indiegogo. So it's up there right now. I've only had a few people pledge on this campaign, the secondary campaign.
And is this your first book?
Yes. Yep. First ever.
And what's the pitch of the story in
So,
general?
Whitaker Knox is I call him a detective for the dead. I had a review from Indie Comics Dispatch, and they described it as Hellboy meets Constantine with a little bit of H.P. Lovecraft, and I think that suits it pretty well, better than I was describing it, honestly. Knox has the ability, or is cursed with the ability, to visit the dead and see their last moments of life. It helps him solve crimes, but it also kind of helps put his life back together. He's got a kind of a shattered past. The cover here shows that he has this third eye sigil on his right palm that he uses to kind of see past our reality and kind of get an echo of someone's life, the end of their life. During the course of issue 1, he comes in contact with a creature kind of on the other side that can see him, and there's obviously some kind of connection or something going on there. And then in the middle of the book, he's pulled into a crime scene in a hollowed out apartment that, as I said in the video, that might be alive, or it's not really part of our reality. And he discovers that one of the victims in this crime scene is himself. So he finds his own dead body based on, the same tattoo on his hand, same scar on his chest. He's got his detective badge. So that's kind of the premise, that he has this ability to visit the dead, and then he finds his own dead body. So things go pretty sideways after that. Issue 2 picks up a year later, and he's in really bad shape. And just, like I said, things get worse. By the end of issue 2, it takes more of a sci-fi turn. So it's horror sci-fi combo with, the kitchen sink thrown in. I kind of threw in a lot of things that I really enjoy with books and comics, and tried to mesh it all together.
And so far, how many books do you have lined up, planned?
4 for this specific story. I mean, I have obviously many others to go beyond this, but 4 issues
for the first arc.
Yeah, first arc, 4 issues. I'm starting to think about a different book that I may work on after this is over. It's it's my first book, very beginning. It's going well, but I don't want to bite off more than I can chew. I have some friends that they'll finish one book and jump to another book and run a Kickstarter for that, and they got 3 or 4 kind of juggling in the air, and I'm not ready for that.
How many pages per issue?
Issue 1 is 26 pages of story, 32 altogether with some back matter. Issue 2 is 30 pages of story, 6 pages of extra material. And then in the Kickstarter, one of the stretch goals was adding an 8-page backup story if we hit 3,500, which we did. So issue 2 will actually be 44 pages with the extra 8 pages.
That's interesting. And what's the entry price for issue 1 and 2?
Together on Indiegogo with a little pack of stickers is $30 or no, $35. For what is that, like 75 pages of story, 75 pages with some back matter.
Oh no!
What?
Brian's here. He says, "Wait, was I supposed to be on this screen?"
Yeah, Brian, you're supposed to be here helping me out.
Hey,
I'm pretty sure you were. Let me make sure.
let's just say it's late at night, and you already probably started to partake.
I was just wondering if you're free.
So that's your main character
tomorrow
right there?
at 10 p.m.
Yeah, that's
it says,
Whitaker.
I think, yeah. Yeah, okay, yeah, I was right. You kind of were, Brian.
It's not too late.
So his name is Knox.
Yeah, Whitaker Knox. I call him Knox in the book.
Mm-hmm.
He's got rocking his Rage Against the Machine shirt.
Yes, that was Sylvia's idea. I told him to put him in a band shirt because I didn't want him to be the normal detective, and he picked Rage Against the Machine, which worked perfectly.
All right. I noticed, like, using his power, he kind of loses that eye.
Yeah, exactly.
Does it cause him pain?
Oh yeah, yeah. And a lot of people haven't noticed that. At least people I've talked to. Yeah, he, in a sense, kind of removes his own eye and gives it to them in order to, kind of see past their death. He obviously ultimately gets it back. But if you go to the next, the 2-page spread after this, then it kind of shows not heaven and hell wasn't my plan, but kind of, her life prior to, joyful. She's beautiful, and then. In this case, she was murdered, and then this creature, from the other side, from somewhere else, takes her, and then also sees him, which is unusual. He's never been seen by anything on the other side before.
So from Lada Happy Pretty to not so much.
Yes, exactly.
So he's like like a kind of classical necromancer.
Yes, he's a necromancer.
Yeah.
Yep, totally.
Creators Outlet says this book looks rad.
Appreciate it.
He asked how many pages per ish.
Yeah, issue 1 is 32 with a few extra pages at the end, so it's 26 story. Issue 2 has a 30-page main story, an 8-page backup story, and 6 more kind of back matter pages, so 44 for issue 2.
Oh, by the way, Brian, if you're still watching, I left you a link to the stream in your Twitter messages.
Yeah, come on, this is your type of thing. He's like the encyclopedia of freaking horror.
Yeah,
So we also have Joe Ball joining us in the chat, by the way, dude. Saying,
"Oh, hey Joe Ball,
what's up, bro?"
Joe wants to join too.
The more the merrier.
It's turning into an open door.
I'm easy.
We should start calling this open bar roast.
Open bar. We start calling it the open bar. Just let everybody. Well, no, let's not go that far. Oh, don't know who we'll get.
Okay, so you have a few pages of sample in there. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, 7 for issue 1, and then I've got 6 pages for issue 2 underneath that.
And this is all ready to print after the campaign's done, or you have it?
Yeah, issue 1 is done. I've got copies here from the first campaign. Issue 2 is getting close to being halfway done.
Okay, so you have a delivery date of
August of this year.
Oh, good. And you're thinking, you're planning on staying in demand till you
I that's where I've been, kind of back and forth. At some point, obviously, I'll need to order the books and order the rewards and things like that. So I wouldn't want to stay on in demand too long, because if my numbers grow, then I may end up not ordering enough, basically. So maybe another month. I just wanted to test the waters there.
It's what I do when I'm ready to order my prints. I close my campaign.
Yeah.
My dad, you're better off doing maybe a second chance campaign after, or keeping issues for the next campaign.
Yeah,
Then not having enough.
Right, exactly. Yeah, that would suck.
Yeah.
I had seen the covers and stuff for this, just kind of starting to look at the campaign. I was like, wow, this looks awesome. I definitely gotta have him on. This looks cool.
Yeah, Silvio is amazing. I've told other people that Very rarely does he have questions from my script. There's a one page in the first issue that's like the crime scene, and it's I don't know if you've seen it, Chris, but it's pretty horrific. It's 4 or 5 bodies that are basically melted in a. Hey, we have a guest.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, Brian?
Sorry, guys. My apologies for showing up late. I'm all discombobulated today. But I had that weird feeling like, aren't I supposed to be somewhere? Do you know what I'm saying? I was like, I was going to go upstairs and read, but I'm like, no, there was something. No, maybe I'll play some Red Dead Online. No, there was something. So my
What was
bad.
it?
Pleasure to meet you, Randall.
Good to meet you. I
What up?
appreciate it. You
What up,
joining
Chris?
us, so I don't have to talk for an hour.
Yeah,
I'm good with that.
I'm
What up,
very
Simdog?
happy
What's up,
to
Brian?
finally have you on, Brian. I've been
Thanks for having me.
He was like, I don't know what happened to him. I go, at least I can tell you he's okay, because about like 30 minutes ago, he sent me a message going, hey, I just rewrote the intro for on Duck Salem.
Hell yeah, I did. To make it a little more blood hunty. But enough about that, man. This is an
Right?
awesome looking book, man.
Thank
I
you.
knew that was going to
Appreciate
be
it.
your cup of tea, dude. I'm like, what the hell is he?
It looks like balls out horror.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm trying.
And we need more of that. Randall, is this your first campaign, bro?
I did issue 1 in 2019 on Kickstarter, and that I started this in February on Kickstarter, and then moved it to Indiegogo
geez.
once we hit our goal. So second book ever. It's my first series.
Oh, congratulations, man.
Thank you.
And now he's taking a liking to Indiegogo.
Yeah.
No
Oh,
reason
what-
not to use both platforms, as far as I'm concerned. You know,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Of course, some people are like vehemently anti Kickstarter, and I understand why. That's because of they've got censorship issues, and Indiegogo doesn't, at least not right now.
Well,
Right.
That could change tomorrow.
Me personally, my main issue is the fact that for backers, when you back, they don't take the money
Right.
right away. They take it at the end, and it has created a lot of issues for people when it
Mhm.
has come to close. I mean, that's the main reason.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've heard that a lot.
And just as a creator, I don't find it as user friendly. I mean, like I put Six Gun on there just as an experiment, right? I was like, let me put it on there and not hype it and not promote it and just see what happens. And I think I made about like 2.5K. Which is which is okay. Which is okay. It's a teeny amount compared to what I made on Indiegogo, but that's also without promoting.
Hmm.
So, I mean, obviously you can't, use them both at the same time. It'd be nice
Right.
if you could,
Yeah.
but no reason not to use both, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. I didn't learn about In Demand until I was on a podcast for Indie Comics Relay. They were telling me about it. I had never checked out Indiegogo at all. Just obviously heard about it, but hadn't checked it out. So it was nice to be able to switch over, just to be able to see their system and see how well it worked. And I'm not heavily promoting it now. I was able to get over 4,500. I'd started with 4,421, I think is what I made on Kickstarter. So I've gone up to 4,500 and change. Nothing major, but I get to see how it is behind the scenes, and the add-ons are really nice.
And plus, you're just starting, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, you're dipping your toe in,
Mhm.
seeing what's what. What's great about being connected to a community like we're a part of, and which you now, of course, are a part of, is that you can learn from our blunders and from the things we've done right, and
Right.
and it's constantly shifting too. Like it didn't used to be that you had to have like a big opening weekend. Now that's a thing.
Yeah.
And the standard goal was like 5,000, but now it's like 3,000.
Yeah.
So it's nice to be able to avoid any unpleasant surprises.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I see a lot of people, put up a goal of $500, which I assume is so that they can fund it quickly and then
Yep.
say fund it in 2 days.
Yeah, that and it plays with the algorithm.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's tempting to do that, but I would worry that if I need 3,000 and I don't hit it,
Mm-hmm.
then I
I say the
hit
exact
it
same
either
thing.
way. But
Yeah.
it's scary to do that for me.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
say the
well,
exact same thing. Yeah.
yeah, and you know, especially if it's like your first book or your second book, I don't feel bad doing that with like my next campaign because I've already had 2 campaigns. Well, actually, I had like 3 first campaigns.
Okay.
That's to say, the first 2 didn't go so well,
Got
and
it.
that's why whenever anybody has a campaign that doesn't fund the
Mm-hmm.
first time around, I'm always like, don't worry, that's just like it's you
It was the same.
you can do it again.
It was the
Yeah.
And
same with me in Blood Hunt. I found out on the second go, not the first one.
same thing with Preston Acevedo as well. You know, I let him know like when it looked like Doc Salem wasn't gonna fund, like, hey dude, it's not you, it's not your book. You know, you just made some rookie mistakes. Or although for him it was really more just a timing thing. You know, it's like, but this summer is going to be busy. There's going to be a lot of books. The competition this year is going to be stepped up.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we're seeing great books after, there's so many great books. There's so many great books. There's too many for me to, I can't afford to like back them all. This looks great though. Have you guys discussed the plot and everything to this?
Yeah, I was going over, but I can throw
Oh,
it
I'm
at
sorry.
you.
Did I just come in and like fuck everything
It's okay.
up?
Oh no,
No,
I'd
it's
already
okay.
finished
Okay.
the plot.
All
No,
right.
no, fine.
Well, you can go over it again for Brian.
That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
That's fine. Whitaker Knox. I call him the detective for the dead. He's cursed with the ability to visit the dead, see their last moments of life, and he uses it to solve crimes. But it actually helps him kind of put his life back together because he's kind of fractured for unknown reasons. Obviously, at the beginning. He then the hook is that so he can speak with the dead or kind of see the echo of what their past was to see how they died. And towards the end of the book, he actually during a horrible crime scene, he discovers his own dead body. So he can speak to the dead, and now he's found himself. So that is the hook. And then as I said to Chris and Sim, things just go to hell from there. He issue 2 picks up a year after issue 1, and he's pretty foobar, and things just get worse from there.
So he's somebody that's died and come back and retained a kind of connection to the afterlife or to the world of the dead?
No, he hasn't died at the beginning of the issue. He has this, like a necromancer. He has this ability.
Oh, okay.
But he ends up finding his own dead body, and it's at a crime scene, and it's unknown to anybody how and where he came from, and so he's basically standing over his own dead body. So that's.
And buy the book to find out what happened.
Yeah, exactly. You have to buy the books. Issue 2 ends up taking kind of a sci-fi turn. And there's going to be, more of that in subsequent issues. So it's kind of horror sci-fi merged together.
Nice. Those 2 genres just are like, peanut butter and chocolate.
The original name that I designed the logo, and the one up at the top of the page in yellow. Sorry. Yeah. The original name of the book was The Converging Worlds of Whitaker Knox. And it just didn't work for me. For the logo, I wanted it to be, bolder and more striking instead of having all these words and kind of be thin or something. So that kind of gives you a little bit of insight into the book, The Converging Worlds. So
those covers are killer.
Yeah. So, wait, to get the other covers, we have to do it as an add-on, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I didn't see them there in the perks.
Yeah. So if you scroll up,
you've been shopping. That's when you've been quiet.
Yeah.
No,
you don't have to go that far. You don't have to go that far. Just go underneath all the pages, and then you can see the individual covers and add-ons.
This looks beautiful, man.
Right under here. So there's cover 1. There's just one cover for issue 1 by Silvio, my artist. Phenomenal job he's been doing. I love him.
Is he another one of those dudes from Latin America?
He's in Brazil.
Gosh dang
What
it.
is it with all these?
They're taking over.
They're taking over. They're taking over. What the hell? It's like, is there something in the water over there? This is all these amazing artists,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, he's
Like-
amazing.
Killer.
It seems
For
like
sure.
everybody I have on has at least like one Brazilian or someone
Argentinian, or yeah, man.
and they're like working as an artist in their
They're
campaign.
killing it, though. They're killing it.
Yeah.
Second cover is by Sid Kotian. He's actually in the States. He's got a pretty good resume as well. I think he used to work for Top Cow a little bit, as well as he's got his own book that he just finished on Kickstarter called Beneath an Alien Sky. So he's fantastic. He knocked the second cover out of the park for me.
Yeah, he did. That's wonderful, man. It's got a really great creepy vibe. It
Yeah.
really, lets you know that what you're in store for is just a balls out horror comic.
Yes. I did this cover myself. I've got a design background, went to art school. So I did this cover and the Exorcist cover so that to save some money. I can do them myself to some degree. Didn't have to hire so many artists to help. So that was beneficial.
Oh man, our mutual friend Simon Preston Acevedo, I think is really gonna like
Yes.
these at this point.
For some reason, I thought Randall had been on Preston's stream.
He doesn't even know him.
Yeah.
He will be. He will be once he finds out.
I've never heard of
once
him,
he
yeah.
knows that you're
Yeah.
that you exist. Yeah, man.
Yeah, because
Yep.
it must have been because I was like, this is something Preston would like so much.
Yep.
I'm
This
gonna,
is,
I'm
yeah.
gonna hit him up right now. Let's see where
Yeah,
he's
because
at.
I was like, did I see this from Preston's stream? Either I just found it scrolling through Indiegogo, or else it must have been through Comics Relay.
Yeah, probably.
It must have been where it been. Because this would be perfect for Preston.
Yeah, it looks badass. It sounds badass. The vibe that I get from it, I don't know if this is accurate, is that it looks kind of like a cross between Hellblazer and Deadman.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard Hellboy and Hellblazer with some H.P. Lovecraft. And when I first was putting it together, I was trying to describe it as Hellraiser meets Doctor Who, because you're going to get into a sci-fi turn and spin. I don't know if that's accurate, but that was kind of what I had going on in my head.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to reduce necessarily your work to something that it's not, but it also helps if you can tell somebody, your potential backers, like, well, it's sort of like this meets that.
Yeah,
It
to help them understand. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Comparison is key,
Yeah.
for people to understand.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I didn't have to do that with my book because it's just like revenge western with a fucking gorilla.
I can rely with two giant cannons.
There you go.
But yeah, this looks fantastic. Now,
Thank you.
Sim, what would you say about this campaign page? Do you think that he shows too much art? Because I've heard
No,
some people say that like sometimes, it's just a question I'm asking.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Usually,
it's-
the idea is that people don't like when the scroll is too long.
Okay.
Right? So yeah, you keep it simple, but it's important to have like those graphs that you have there. Me personally, I like more pages.
Me
You're
too.
giving me simple, I like it.
Yeah, me too.
But I'm saying from the opposite criticism that we've heard, it's people just want as less scrolling as possible, and as less like they just want to see the book and
Mhm.
info about the
Right.
book,
Right.
Yeah.
and that's about it. So you keep it as as long as you put sequential page, at least like 5 sequential page,
hmm
and then you start putting those typographic like your shirts or shit or stuff like that. Because scrolling forever, you know how it is on your phone.
Yeah.
Most
so
of the time,
maybe,
people are like, "Hey, you had stretch goals? Yeah, they're at the bottom. I didn't even know."
yeah. So maybe when I do book 3, it would be helpful to maybe show the new pages for 3, but then maybe show kind of a collection of pages together
Exactly.
for 1 and 2.
Yep, that's what I used to do because I personally make a collage of like 3 to 4 pages to show
Okay.
pages
Got
for a
it.
while, and people said it was too small. No, I'm giving you the info, so don't. Your main page you put them big, and the old ones you put them smaller in a collage.
Got it. Okay. That
Oh,
works.
that's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I hadn't thought about that.
if you look at my Tales and Adverse campaign, that's how it's built now. Since I got the color page, yeah.
Well, see, I haven't looked at it lately because I backed it like the day it came out.
That just mine.
Oh my! Now, Creator Outlet wanted to come on. For Creators Outlet. Now, Creators Outlet, is that were you on Twitter? Was that what's his name? Something like Joker's fan or something?
Joker fan, yep. Creator Outlet, yep.
Okay.
That's Will. That's Will from CromCon with Pops.
Oh, cool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I
was on the stream today at 2 p.m.
Let me.
That's why I told him,
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, you choose the weirdest freaking name on Twitter for people to trust you. Joker fan. Hi. Want to come on my stream? You know what I mean? It's
Yeah, man. Yeah, it comes off as shifty.
I'll send you the invite. I just wanted to make sure I knew who it was, and I was sending it to the right Twitter and everything. But yeah, I'll have you know, I was not shopping. I was actually reading the first issue of this.
That's even
I
worse.
appreciate it.
It's like, hey, Sim and Brian are having a class film. I'm just gonna go here and read the thing. I was late and everything, so might as well just keep on reading. You know?
Yeah.
As long as we're talking, you can take a break and read it. There you go.
But you know, we have to admit, right now, Randall, right? He looks way more awake now.
I was
Yes.
like, well, you know, I got Brian. Brian's here. He'll cover for me.
Once again, man, sorry about that, but I just been kind of, you know.
I will say,
out of the loop.
I of course obviously haven't read the second one, but this first issue was really good. I actually really enjoyed it.
Thank you.
I really,
Rock and roll.
yeah. The comparisons to like Hellblazer and stuff, I definitely see that. The H.P. Lovecraft thing, I would say is accurate in the sense of like, you know, he's like one small guy and there's this vast, you know, thing that he doesn't know or understand, and the whole
Right.
like madness aspect of it.
Cosmic horror.
Yeah.
So does that mean you're gonna be backing the campaign?
Yeah, I'm gonna back it. I'm really curious to see how the issue 2 turns out, because you said it kind of goes into like sci-fi elements and everything.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of curious to see how that turns out.
This poster here is it's a print that the first 25 backers here on Indiegogo will get this print. So far, it's physical backers. So far, I've only had 4, so it's available. And it kind of shows a little bit of that. I introduced the woman that's behind Knox's head. Her name's Kay. She's introduced in this issue, and she brings in the sci-fi element for sure.
Okay, and only the first 25 backers on Indiegogo get this.
Yeah, I was trying to, you know, kind of add an incentive, you know, at the beginning, and then you know, if it just starts taking off, I appreciate you like the Exorcist cover. If it takes off and it does really well, then I've got plenty of other things that I can add that were on the Kickstarter campaign that I can bring in.
Well, the cool thing with alternate covers is that I was very turned off to the idea at first, but because to me it kind of was like, I don't want to double dip, but people love them, and
it's
if people. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, and one of the reasons it's quite simple that I didn't understand, because I was like Brian, we talked about it not too long ago, and it's when people told me, it's like, we want to buy more than one issue to support you, would like to have different covers, and I'm like, huh. You know, like,
didn't expect that.
And my first point to me that I was you know, fighting for in a way was the fact of giving one that's an exclusivity. So for backing this is the only place you can get this cover, and then you have a second cover for, you know, regular printing afterwards or something like that, you know, you'll be printing over print. But then, you know, somebody told us that, and I'm like, that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. It does. But I mean, that's why it helps to listen to our backers.
Yeah, and like you said, learn from each other. Because the way I did Kickstarter before I brought it over here, I had, I don't know, 8 or so tiers, maybe up to 10 starting with just digital. Obviously, since I'm on issue 2, I offered a physical copy of issue 2 with I think 2 or 3 different covers, and then I combined them together in a package with signed. And then I have the print that's up there. I actually have it started as a wraparound cover, and I turned it into a print as well. So I have a wraparound cover tier, and then T-shirts, etc. So I didn't do add-ons on Kickstarter, and I wish I had now. But again, learning things as you go. Making something exclusive is a really good idea that I can do for issue 3. Now, do you see that as, okay, let's say Exorcist cover, for example, would you only allow 20 people to get that? Is that what the exclusivity is? Or
for maybe maybe the first, some do the first 24 hours, some do the first 2 weeks or the first month.
Gotcha.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah. Or sometimes while you're, and when you go in demand, not available. It depends on how you want to make it last, but
Gotcha.
I think the 1 month that's the smart one, because even people that are on your email list may not even see, and you're gonna have a lot of people going, I never saw the freaking email.
Okay.
So to me, it's kind of giving a fair running running start to everybody.
Got it. Okay.
That is a good idea. Oh, can I just say real quick, what up, Hex Allen in the chat, Pops Van Zant in the chat, what up, Pops?
What's up, Pops?
Anybody else that I missed?
Oh, yeah, the Joker fan now is with us.
Oh, hey, what's up, man?
What's up, Will?
Look, Brian, at least I was on time for the show. Come on.
Seriously, man, people in glass houses.
You better not be here to cause chaos.
I haven't thrown no stones. This book looks phenomenal, though. I'm really digging it.
Thank you.
So is this a live campaign, or are we looking at a
in demand? Yeah.
In demand.
Okay. Oh, in demand. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, it moved from Kickstarter to Indiegogo.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Very cool. And I'm assuming there's going to be a issue 3.
Yeah, it's a 4-issue mini.
Right.
Oh, very cool. That's enough that where at the end you can maybe do a trade paperback.
So those are called closing deal questions.
Yet again, if you were on time, you would have heard that already.
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, that's the thing too. Is from now on, I'm just selling floppies. Because I had people saying I'll wait until the next trade paperback. I'm like, no, you gotta back. You're not gonna get. You're not gonna get another one unless you back this.
Mm-hmm. So that actually is a question I was thinking recently. I've seen people put up a campaign. They've already done 4 issues, and now the campaign is just for the trade paperback. I was thinking when I hit issue 4 that you can get individual issues, or I would also offer trade paperbacks in the same campaign instead of doing a 5th campaign. Does that make more sense? Easier. It saves me from doing a 5th campaign that maybe, I don't know if people would come back for that or not.
Well, that's that's not too many books. In my case, I'm about to launch book 8 in my series. So if I didn't do floppies, it would just be confusing.
Mm-hmm.
It's wait a second. So issues 1 through 6 are in the trade paperback, but then I have to buy individual floppies of, of 7 and 8, right? So it just helps avoid confusion.
I just go straight with a 60-page and I call it a graphic novel, issue 1, book 1.
Nice big fat book.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the time I get to 4,
they'll end up being 80-page though, but
yeah, by the time I get to 4, it's probably going to be close to 100. Because each, right now I think just between the first 2 books, I'm already at 75 pages, 65, 75.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the things that's great about working through crowdfunding, is we're not limited by page numbers.
Mm-hmm.
By a model, yeah.
Right? So if we want to go over, we can go over. That's not necessarily always a good thing. I like to tell a nice, tight 24-page story with a cliffhanger and everything. I find that structure just useful.
Mm-hmm.
But now I'm like, oh, hey, I could throw in some backup stories.
Right.
And, and potentially, have some stretch goals and just make that thing get fatter and fatter.
Yeah, that's what I did for issue 2. It's 30 pages of story, and I was going to add in 5 or 6 extra pages behind the scenes stuff, and then I decided to add a stretch goal when we hit 3,500 that I would add an 8-page backup story. We hit it, so issue 2 is going to be 44 pages.
Killed 2. What?
Very cool.
That was
Pops, what are you talking about?
It must be the book he just sent me a link to in Facebook.
Oh, okay. I hope he hasn't been hitting the peyote again.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, Pops is partaking too.
But that does bring me up to a nice question here, Randall.
Yes.
In one of the future issues, will there be a drawn in tier?
Will there be a drawn in tier?
Yep.
That was something I thought about in issue 1, and there wasn't any spots, honestly. Issue 1 is really just the 2 main characters. I could have had someone brought in as one of the policemen, but at that point, Silvio had already drawn those pages.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have to really look down, kind of sit down and look at possibly issue 4. I think could probably have some extras. What I did for issue 2, one of the tiers was Silvio was going to draw 4 sketches. It was 4 purchases. Each one would get a sketch from him, and then the last tier was he's normally a digital artist, but he's going to do 2 pages pen and ink, and those will be sent out to those 2 backers. So certainly having someone drawn in is an idea for maybe issue 4.
Oh man, you got to get him on the program, not doing digital but doing actual physical artwork, because it's like you there's no way to sell the original art, because it's like, what are you going to do? Sell people a JPEG?
Right.
Right? Or a TIFF file?
Right now it's called an FTL.
Gotcha.
You know what that is?
No.
Now it's a new Bitcoin type of thing where you can buy a special coin, like type of thing, a special code for technically digital original art.
Really? No shit. Damn. Yeah. They found a way around that problem.
They're trying to push that. It's something. Yeah.
Interesting. So it hasn't completely taken off yet.
It's non-fungible. Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, it's like you look at something like this gorgeous cover that we're looking at. That could be hanging off of somebody's wall. It should be hanging off of somebody's wall. And if it's just digital, it's just like, oh well, fuck, man.
Yeah.
That should be a big poster hanging over somebody's bed, so like when they wake up at 3:00 in the morning, scares the shit out of them.
Yeah, but the only problem with digital art in a way and selling original in a way is the way of curating the original. How do you know if it's an original?
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Unless you see it done, But yeah.
It's funny that Will said that, because like I'm really psyched because my copy of Maniac 2 from Ebon Press is on its way. It's like a comic book sequel to the William Lustig movie from I think '79 called Maniac. It's a really greasy, grimy grindhouse movie, one of the quintessential grindhouse movies, and just like the cover is like a picture of like the actor Joe Spinell's face, like eyes wide, all covered in blood. I'm just thinking that'd be great to put on the ceiling every morning you wake up and see that shit.
Yeah, we gotta get like Preston to tell him about this. I'm sure he'd want to know about it, and you never know. You might end up with like a Preston piece on your next campaign.
Seriously, I know, right? Everybody gets one by default. Seriously, man, Preston's killing it like that. He's helped a lot of people with their campaigns, and so not just a great artist, but also just a really cool dude. It's very
that man is talented. I just seen him post recently a piece from the 3 nights 4 days campaign.
Yeah.
Ooh, that looked good.
Oh man, I want to do because I got a lot of books I want to do, and one of them is like a Sword and Sorcery 1982 kind of a thing, and I'm just like, oh fuck, I was like, I got to do a Sword and Sorcery book with him now. My attitude is I'm trying to work as much with him before Hollywood comes and goes yoink. before it becomes too happening.
Oh, yeah. Even Mr. Gleason liked it. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Jackie?
Oh yeah, if you could put reviews, that's what you want.
Yes, Jackie.
Jackie Gleason. Yeah, he loves my work.
Oh, that's awesome.
Pops is telling you to wake up, Will.
Pops, go back to sleep. I got my cup of Marvel coffee here.
Can't get enough of that sugar, Chris.
And you, Brian, do you have a project coming up soon?
Yeah, baby. Working on the campaign page actually today for Six Gun Gorilla Cemetery Without Crosses, and I don't have anything cool to show, but
Liar.
well, I mean, there's some art. I've already gotten the first 4 pages from the aforementioned Mr. Acevedo, and it's looking beautiful. But I'm waiting until them shits is colored to do the big reveal.
Yeah, because before we started the stream, I was like,
Because I was gonna say, dude, I saw some shit and it looks amazing. And he goes, "Oh, I got nothing." I'm like, "Fuck you, you lying piece of shit! You're not cutting me here."
oh, I don't know.
Oh man, seriously, I'm so psyched to be working with him, to be working with Sim. They both approached me to write Blood Hunt Doc Salem crossover. And I'm having like a blast writing that fucking thing right now. And I was talking before about how great it is not to be like bound by a certain number of pages. I can make that fight go as long as I want it to, as much as they're willing to draw.
He's like, dude, he's like, I know we said around like 20 something pages, but am I like 40 something? We're like, just freaking put them in. We'll figure it out. Let us worry about that.
Yeah. I figure
We don't care.
If you want to shorten the fight, you're just like, yeah, that can go. But I was thinking that we want to do crank shit up to 11 for this thing, and just make it, just loud.
You know me. I'm into those 60 pagers. I don't mind.
I knew you'd be down, Sim. I knew you'd be down.
I like the idea of like. Not to diss the floppy, because I believe each his own, and certain way of storytelling that you do stuff with a floppy you won't do with what I the other way I do it. But to me, it's like I see like I can offer the way I'm doing it because I like the idea of it's like a full story, like see it the way you want. It's either a full miniseries in one shot, or it's like it's just a big movie.
Right. And
I see it as a self-contained. So after that, I don't have the pressure of trying to have the second issue ready. Everything's out. And that comes from me reading a lot of European comics and not just American and manga. So when you buy in the UK, when you buy from like mainly the UK or you buy from French comics, they're like between 56 to like 68 pager for like $25 to $30.
Yep. Yeah, love the French.
But
format.
they're big. They're larger and hardcover.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, and what's great is that the artists don't have deadlines.
No, they have a year about to.
Wow. Yeah, so they can, so when you get the French comics, Simon and I, we're like, I don't know, ambassadors for French comics, because a lot of Americans, they've read British comics, 2000 AD, that sort of a thing, and they've read manga, but they haven't discovered French comics yet.
You know what's the worst one?
Friggin' badass.
When you turn them around in their face, he goes, "You already read them." He goes, "No, I did not. Did you ever read Heavy Metal magazine?" Yes. And they all go, "Yeah, we all fucking love those fucking books. We could just never find them like the actual books because they're French comics."
Exactly. Yep. Yeah. It's like, guess what? You've already checked them out in Metal Holland.
What's up, Logan?
The boys here.
What up? Hell right back at you, dude, son.
Better be behaving yourself, boy.
Yep.
So yeah, got other shit coming up too. I also rewrote a reboot of a book that Preston's doing called Nine Devils, and he let me just go off on that thing. I was like, "What's the tone you want for that thing?" And he was like, "Metal." I'm like, I can do that. So it's me basically rewriting this, but also expanding the story, making it bigger. And Preston's actually planning on not illustrating the story, but actually painting it, like the whole thing.
Oh,
So,
wow.
yeah. He's thinking. We were both thinking, I think, on the same page that this is going to be like a French style comic.
Yep.
Yeah, so
Can he
this
draw
is
the? I'm sorry. Can he draw the shit out of like a zeppelin or what?
so is this so this one was the old.
Mhm.
Yeah, this
Yep.
is the old one, and then you all are working on like a newer one.
Yep.
Yes.
I
yeah.
remember I
A
really
reboot.
liked his designs for Nine Devils.
Oh,
Like,
so
his
good,
design
but
was really good.
oh, so, like awesome stuff. But it's crazy watching him grow. Like
Mhm.
watching him grow, watching Homeboy Sim grow. It's like I think that the backers are gonna feel, or if they don't already feel this way, that they're getting in at the ground floor right as an artist is really starting to like master their craft. Do you know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
the Frank Miller run of Daredevil, where it started out, it was okay, but it's pretty standard stuff, and then like through the course of the next 20 issues or so, you saw him become like Frank Miller, and that's kind of how I feel about these cats.
Logan, he says he's always going to be a good soldier. I've seen your gameplay like Call of Duty. You're not a very good soldier. You gotta get that kill death up, sir.
Snap.
Says the guy in the red dress.
But he's a good. He's a
Yeah,
good.
I
He's a
might be
good
in a
little
red
man.
dress, but I know how to shoot a gun.
All right, Klinger.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
Mhm.
I don't fuck with those. I don't fuck with those because it's like you're basically gonna have to like go into training if you're gonna survive even 5 minutes in one of those games because you're playing against like 14-year-old kids that play all the time. I'm
Right.
talking some straight up hikikomori motherfuckers.
Yeah.
And
Just
so
spend
they
all
know
day on the-
every inch of every map, and you're just gonna run
Mhm.
out and boom, get headshot every time.
They spend all day on their couch with like an energy drink.
Yep. Or like an IV of like Monster or Rockstar. Oh crap. But yeah, you can see like, oh man, look how cool this this looks. And so I tried to do justice to I tried to preserve as much of Preston's original story as possible. Because this is the sort of thing where it's like I have to remind myself I'm not writing this for me, I'm writing this for him. Now he gave me complete creative freedom. It was just like, you go, boy. And I appreciate that, but I still feel a sense of responsibility because you are playing in somebody else's sandbox. Or in the case of Blood Hunt Doc Salem, basically Sim and Preston have put their sandboxes together and invited me to play in it, and so the least I could do is not like have my cat poo in it.
Well, they just needed an extra dead body. That's all.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's gonna be fun because like
Yeah,
I said,
it
like I
is.
said on your stream, well, it's like that entire crossover came from me going, dude, do you realize that you got a monster for like a monster hunter, and me, I got a monster for hire.
Yes.
Like it just
Monster
writes
assassin.
itself.
Yes.
Even Roland is going like, yeah.
And one's a vampire, and one is Victor Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Dressed up as a superhero. So you got like a Dracula Frankenstein thing kind of going there. So yeah,
And
that's
they're
gonna be
like
fun.
night and day. One wants to be a hero and save the world. The other one just wants to like, be a fucking badass assassin.
Yeah. I don't want to give any spoilers away, but he likes being a vampire. When I've since heard this a million times. When I got Blood Hunt, I was like nervous because Sim is a good homeboy, and you're afraid of seeing your friends fail. And so whenever I get a book from somebody I really like, I'm kind of like, like, oh, don't fuck up. It's like they're on a tightrope, don't fall. And I was thinking like, oh, so this is gonna be like your basic story, of the redeemed, of the redeemed assassin, right? Like John Woo's the Killer or something like that. Nope. No, not at all. This guy, when he becomes a vampire, is like, this is awesome! I can turn into a mist! I can do all kinds of cool shit! I can punch through walls! I'm an even better killer now!
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
all right.
So he's been a fun character to write.
Brian, I'm not sure if you're aware of the rules here, but you're not supposed to compliment Bloodhunt in any way.
Ah, shit. No, well, look, I wasn't
The
aware.
morning roast.
You're lucky Soul Ion here isn't here this evening.
I
He would
didn't,
be
see, I
very
didn't know, I
upset
didn't
with
know
you.
that shit. You gotta give me a disclaimer
Ah.
first.
These new people to the show, I tell you, you're not supposed to be doing that sort of thing.
I've learned my lesson. I'll be a good boy from now on. Hex,
I
what
like you- I
assumptions
like
am
you
I
on
making
the
about
mistake.
people?
I like the rhythm going like, check out Tales and Adverse on #1 on Indiegogo and grab Bloodhound on your way out.
There it is. Seriously, folks, this is a really, really fun read, and Nat the Merc. Once again, I'm just like you're seeing Simon's work, getting with Scott's, with Inky, teaming up with him. I mean, taking it to the next level. It's that book is hot like salsa picante flambe.
Wait till you see the stuff for Inkslayer magazine, dude.
Oh shit!
We're going full heavy metal. Let's just say there's gonna be a story of Nat and Luwani, right? Penciled by me and painted by Inkspot.
Oh, sold.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really liked with the Nine Devils campaign. I really liked it very much had that gothic
Mhm.
combined with the stuff. It reminded me kind of like how Warhammer does it, with the
Yeah.
gothic
Right.
mixed with other like
Right.
But, yeah,
shit.
But
It
there
could-
was also some steampunk shit in there,
Yeah.
and I'm sorry, people love steampunk. God bless you. I can't fucking stand steampunk. I can't. I love Jules Verne, but steampunk, no bueno. People just like adding gears to shit. That don't even do anything. I just like no.
Well, yeah,
So
that's-
we're gonna make the reboot is gonna be more metal.
Well, that's lazy steampunk when they just kind of randomly add cogs and gears to stuff.
I know, and you know what's funny?
That's
I was
when
gonna
you're lazy
say that. I
about
was
it.
gonna say this, like to Preston, because he had made this gauntlet that has a buzzsaw blade. So he's kind of
Mhm.
like the old Marvel Comics Daredevil villain, the Gladiator. I don't know if you guys remember him. He had
Yep.
two buzzsaws on each
Yeah.
each wrist.
Mhm.
And I'm looking at this thing, and I'm thinking, oh, Preston's like one of those dudes, right? Wrong. He hits a button, the blade starts going. It actually works. He just like reversed the blade, so like there's no way that thing could actually like cut you or hurt you.
When I look at that art, and me knowing Preston, it screams La Croix.
La Croix, as in
The
You're not talking-
the guy that does that vampire book that he likes a lot. What's the name of it?
wait, you're not talking about the dude from like Forever Night, are you?
Nope, I'm talking about the artist from
Are you talking
Requiem.
about Requiem?
Requiem,
Vampire
yeah.
Night Requiem?
Oh, okay.
Le Droit, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I don't know if you guys, got,
That was a cool
got
looking
that
book.
reference, but there was like a TV series, a Canadian TV series called Forever Night,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and the villain in that
Mhm.
was La Croix.
La Croix, yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, I used to watch that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's the best thing
people
about that
adding-
show, actually.
Yeah, I've steampunk's gotten as a genre that I like, but it's gotten to the point where it became real popular and like people started putting out stuff and it was just here, put a cog on it. Now it's steampunk,
Yeah, right.
and stuff.
Yeah,
Like it can be
it's-
done really cool and interesting, but then it can also be done real lazy and not
Any-
so
Dude,
well.
the only steampunk I really like is Lady Mechanica, and that's it.
Is that a manga?
No, it's a comic book by Joe Benitez that he
Yeah.
does, independent comic that he does. Yeah.
Oh no shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
started at Image and now he does it by himself.
I mean, I think any genre is only as good as its best artist. You know, I really am
Mhm.
not crazy about spy novels, but or spy movies. But then you have something like a really great author doing one, like Trevanian, for instance. I'll, I'll you know, I love those books. Shibumi and the Eiger Sanction, which was a Clint Eastwood movie, which everybody should see. I'm looking for the edition that Preston sent me that has like a actual like metal cover. I think you could see it there, and it's metal as fuck because it's actually metal. Like when I got the thing, I was like, well, what do I do with this? Do I oil it? Like is it gonna rust? He was like, I don't know, do what you like.
Do whatever.
Because I have a here it is. I have like the Highlander Queen double disc edition, which comes like with the movie and the soundtrack, and it comes in a metal slipcase. And the last time I took that thing out, it's rusting.
Oh.
Yeah, but that's cool. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, this is even more metal now.
So it's actually metal.
Yes. Yep. Exactly. Like this is real metal. Yeah. Here, check that out. Check that out.
Oh, look at that.
Isn't that
Sweet.
badass?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. He's got it signed on the back.
Yeah, that's cool.
But now my
Yeah.
fingerprints are all over it.
Oh,
Right?
now.
And I'm a sword collector, right?
Yeah.
And I don't fuck with that stainless steel shit, because that shit will like break and pieces will go flying all over the place. I only do carbon steel. Problem with carbon steel is that shit rusts very,
Mhm.
very easily. So like if you even just like touch a sword and resheath it and you don't like take
Yeah.
care of that thing, like you come back a year later, there's going to be a big rusty thumbprint on it.
Mhm.
Oh wow.
So I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with this, but it's cool. It's badass. And this was a good read, but he felt it could be better,
Hmm.
and I felt it could be better too. And he was still growing as an artist at that time, and so I'm not going to give any plot points away, not without Mr. Acevedo's express permission, because like I said, this is his baby, and but yeah, no, it's that it's going to be wild, and the fact that he's painting it, it's gonna blow people's minds, I think, and can't wait to promote that. But yeah, no, it's crazy. I've got like 3 or 4 books coming out this year, and which is cool. And I've got other people that are hiring me to write for them. I'm not going to name any names, but it's I don't know. It's weird. It's
It's fun.
It is fun, but it's I have a tendency to catastrophize because I have like a mood disorder. So when shit's going well, I don't feel happy. I just start looking for that fucking freight train that's gonna come around the corner and hit me
here
at
it
any
comes.
fucking moment. I'm like, shit's going a little too well right now.
I know it's gonna happen.
I try not to be that cat, but I kind of am.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'll be
I've
back
been,
in a second. I'm just gonna go for a refill.
I've been a little distracted because I'm slowly waiting for Will to fall asleep.
Just letting you know that he cares.
I keep seeing him down there. It looks like his eyes are getting slower closed.
Oh, and speaking of like watching artists grow, for Rockabilly Road Trip, you really do see the emergence of an artist. Like this is what his early stuff looks like, right? Now he cringes to look at this stuff. I think it's cool. I think it's charming, right?
Yeah.
But by the time you get to the end of the book, you could tell like, oh, Homeboy has like taken things to the next level. I'm trying to find it especially tasty page.
Yeah, you can really start to see where he's coming
into his own. Yeah. And like by reading this, you you see the in between stages and everything, right?
Yeah.
Like good stuff, right? Like charming, but compared to the stuff that he's doing now, like night and day.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, like I said, that's always exciting watching an artist evolve. Like I said, same thing with Zem,
Mm-hmm.
and that's something I think that our backers, if they don't already, are going to find very I wouldn't say necessarily unique, but very special about backing our books is that, is you're watching us grow. You could say that you were with us on day one.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought you were going to say unnerving.
No, it's it's nothing but good shit from this community and this scene. I feel very very blessed to be a part of it. There's some really great folks here, and the backers are just freaking awesome.
I've noticed we call it the roast, but like with Preston, it never happens. We're just like, yeah, he's great. It's wonderful. We never roast him.
I know, but
Yeah, but he's
like,
not on the show.
Yeah, true.
I know, so we should be
need to get
talking
him in
shit
here.
about him. We shouldn't be talking him up. We should be talking him down.
Yeah, but that's when they're on the show. When they're not on the show, we
Yeah.
talk good about them. When they get on the
Exactly.
show,
I
then
got-
we just
see-
start roasting.
So
Yeah, I fucked up. I got
I need to get him.
I got you
need to-
backwards.
Okay, so I need to get him in here so we can
I
get-
sent him a
give him a good
message.
roast.
See, Randall,
Well,
the entire roasted started because we decided to do that so the new people that would come, they'd feel comfortable.
Got it.
So you see
Yeah.
a whole bunch of people, friends, just roasting each other because we're all friends.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that Preston might be busy right now
Mhm.
with his wife, since he got married a few months ago.
Mhm.
And I sent him what I send to all of my male friends when they get married.
Mhm.
Condoms?
No, I send them a copy of a book called The Art of Sensual Massage. And I'm like, homeboy, read that,
You're gonna
and
need
then get your lady, naked and on a towel, and get lower the lights and get the scented candles and put on the Barry White and let's get it on. Yeah, I mean, in a pinch you could substitute Marvin Gaye for Barry White, but I'm a BW man to the core.
More the type of Kama Sutra, I mean, but hey. Sorry, I couldn't help it.
I just I gave that, but that started as a thing because I gave that to a friend when he got married, and he was like so offended. He was just like, "Are you saying like I need help?" I'm like, "No, I'm just saying."
I'm just saying you might need inspiration.
Right, just mix it up a little, do something a little.
Maybe you haven't thought about a few things,
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, now it's just like a thing. I have a male friend that got married. I'm like, gotta do it.
Yeah, then you never get an invite again.
Yeah, man. Actually, oh man, that reminds me. I have to send one to Adam. I haven't shot one to Adam yet. He just got married a while back, and is expecting too, which is
So, Chris, we
awesome.
passed the 1 hour mark.
Let's see, Pops. Did we?
Just letting you know.
Okay. Pops just shared the link to the Simply Sugar and Pops that's happening on Friday evening. Because I actually won't be able to do the morning roast on Friday. Maybe I can do one on like Saturday.
Sugar needs his beauty sleep.
Yeah, I gotta sleep this
Oh.
evening.
Oh, it's all good, brother. It's all good. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Dude, trust me, we had brain dead Chris on stream at least 3 times so far. You don't want that happening too often. We started the show with brain dead Chris.
Oh man. Yeah, that's not fair, because that's like when you're like tuckered out like that. That's not an accurate representation of you as a human being.
But I did have a question again for Randall.
Sure.
The issue 2, you said it was going into like sci-fi. Will there still be the same level of kind of like this dark kind of horror in issue 2?
Yes. Yeah. There's preview pages there. It definitely starts off and continues with a horror feel for sure. These pages here. So yeah, it's meant to be a horror book for sure. But I wanted to mix it up and probably surprise the readers as we go forward.
This probably isn't an accurate analogy, but I was thinking of something like John Carpenter's Prince of Darkness, right? Which starts out just as like straight horror, but then it goes into like quantum physics and that kind of a thing. And it's just like, okay, well, now you have science to explain the monsters, but they're still fucking monsters.
Right.
You know? It's just like, oh, so vampirism's a disease or whatever. It's just like, yeah, well, they're still trying to kill you.
Right.
It doesn't make them less scary.
I just wasn't sure like how much of a tone will shift. You know what I mean? Like how it would be. Next thing you know, you're in like space and by
or something. No, it won't be like that. I mean, the whole premise of him finding his own dead body, that doesn't, there has to be some kind of a sci-fi twist or something in order to make that happen. I would assume, so that I think that kind of helps you get into that frame of mind, hopefully, and then definitely other worlds or other things are going to be introduced.
So the alien part would be like Hellraiser type of thing.
Yeah,
more than sci-fi. Yeah,
that's where you get the villain. The what I call him Nocturne is the creature without eyes. He's in another realm that I call the Hollow. And that's definitely the Hellraiser type of thing. H.P. Lovecraft, however you want to look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one of the things I know Michael Bancroft talks about this quite a bit is we don't do enough to showcase our villains, and we should start putting a little more focus on them.
Yeah. But there's one issue. It works for some.
Right.
When you have a super villain or something, that you can sell.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But when you have that villain that you don't know if he's a villain, right?
Right.
Or
Yeah,
you want the surprise one that hey, who's behind the freaking magic curtain? You cannot do it. Like
That's
me,
true.
like right now in Tales from the Nightverse 1, there's a character in there that I haven't talked at all about that you're gonna find out, that you're gonna see. I haven't.
Well, it's like in Six Gun. I have a group of villains, and then the arch villain, and have given people little peeks at them, and the next issue that's like when.
But somebody asked me,
really
goes, "You never showed any villain in your Tales from the Nightverse, unlike the blue chick."
It's like you just don't know that you've been
like villain. What do you mean villain? Like a super villain or just a bad guy? He goes, bad guy, blue chick.
That's a nice blue booty too.
Mm-hmm.
I would spank that.
Like she's not a super villain, but she ain't nice.
Right.
She is a leader, like the warrior queen of an entire warrior planet. So let's just say people of her planet love her a whole bunch. The other people, not so much.
That's gonna be the backup story. Right?
That's the Royal Rumble
arena
one.
Yeah. Oh man, I can't wait for that. That's gonna be so badass.
Yeah, it's like people are like, "Ooh, it's a hot naked blue chick." Oh fuck, she got a sword.
She's like, like just as a comparison, let's just say she's a bit like my Von Doom.
Gotcha. Yeah, so like an arch villain.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, because that's the thing is like in comics very often you have the big bad, and then you have like the little bads.
Well, the main thing about Von Doom was he was the hero. He was everything. He was the savior to his people. He was great.
Yep.
Fuck with his country.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, what I especially loved was the Oh God, we're really getting off a subject here. We've probably got to let Chris catch some Z's. I was just thinking about the graphic novel, the Marvel graphic novel, where he finally does take the world over, and it's like a paradise, but it's like nobody has free will.
Yeah.
One of my favorite. One of my favorite stories was the one that Mike Mignola illustrated with him and Doctor Strange.
Oh,
I
yeah.
freaking love that story.
Where they go
Torment
to
that there
hell.
was. Yeah.
Yeah, where they go to hell to free Von
Yeah, dude,
Doom's
that story,
mother.
like those stories, made me why I'm a fan of Von Doom, dude. There's a
Me
whole
too.
bunch of freaking bad guy, but you know the iconic bad guy like Darth Vader or stuff like that. He's the first one.
Yep. Yeah, no, he is. And, it bums me out because I think one of the reasons why we've never seen him accurately represented on the screen is because I think they're afraid that people are going to go, oh, it's Darth Vader. It's like, no. No. So
But he's hard to write, dude. He's like how could you say chaotic good or chaotic?
lawful
Like he's
evil.
not
Lawful evil.
lawful evil or something. Like he's. It's hard to write a character that's borderline dictator.
Oh, borderline nothing. He is a dictator.
Yeah.
He's just a benevolent dictator.
Yeah.
And the other thing that they always get wrong about him is when they show him with his face like really badly scarred. Because I always thought that the way to go with that was when Jack Kirby, unfortunately never did this in the comics, did it at a convention, said, I'm going to show you Victor Von Doom's face. And Sim, you've seen the illustration,
Yeah,
right?
it's just
One
one little scar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a perfectly handsome guy with like just a scar on his cheek.
Yeah, like in the movie. That's why they made it in the movie. Like it was just one little scar, and to him, disfigured. He's fucking ugly, and he's everything, and he hates everybody because his life is ruined because
Yeah. But like the epitome of vanity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, great shit. Yeah, I mean, that makes him very Satan-like, very Lucifer-like, and
And when you discover that
Can't be him.
the entire story with his mom and why he's like that, you're like, oh fudge.
Yeah. There's a reason why he's as fucked up as he is. Yeah, but honest to God, my favorite comic book character. If I could ever write for Marvel, without a doubt, it's like if there's one mainstream character that I could get a chance to write, yeah, it would be Doom in a heartbeat. Because so many people get him wrong.
There's a few I'd like I'd like to do a Lobo or something.
Yeah.
But if I had to choose one, just for main reason of everything, I would choose the Demon.
Oh wow! Oh, excellent choice.
It would have to be the Demon because to me he is my favorite creation of Kirby. It's embedded into the Arthurian legends, which I grew up and love as a kid.
Yeah,
dude, the original miniseries that he wrote was just awesome.
Yeah,
it was some of his best freaking work ever.
Yeah, I love me some Etrigan without a doubt.
That's one that if somebody would go like, oh, would you like to do an IP at DC? You can only pick one. I'd pick that one because Kirby's my boy, and come on.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it wouldn't be Commandy. Commandy doesn't get much love.
Dude, it's like I like the Fort World, I like Darkseid, I like all of them, dude. But like I said, I would have to pick Demon because one, I know how dear all the Arthurian stuff was very dear to freaking Kirby. That's why he did that, and it shows in the art. In that book, the art was really like something else compared to the rest.
Yeah.
The only other one that you saw that good was when he went back to Thor with Stanley.
Yeah.
The art was sick.
Yes.
Tell some Asgard it was.
Yes. No, I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That stuff was great. It's like when he started doing like Machine Man and everything.
Yeah.
That sort of thing. I was just kind of like,
Mm-hmm.
All right, so like you said, Sim, we've been going for over an hour, and I'm pretty sure I told you, Randall, it would only be about an hour. So
that's fine.
That's why I told you. Yep.
I don't want to keep.
We're very informal on these streams.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's the kind of environment we've tried to propagate here on this channel is a very informal, laid back, fun.
And sometimes the morning show turns from 1 hour to 3 hours.
Yeah, because of that, gets carried away.
And Randall, you'll find that the more you give the backers, the people in the scene, a chance just to know you, the more books you're gonna sell.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Definitely.
And be expecting a message from Preston very goddamn soon.
Yes, without
Awesome.
a doubt.
I look forward to it.
Randall, if you need maybe some more people to go on their channels, I can help you with reaching out to
Yeah,
people.
that sounds great. Yeah.
Like Pops, he does promotions as well.
Okay.
Mandy, I mean, mind you, there's a lot of books out right now, so a lot of people are busy. But there's Mandy, there's Graded Point 5, and a whole bunch of other people that I'm missing, and I apologize to them for that. Bancroft, I think Michael Bancroft would just
Red Gaze, Vinny.
Yeah.
There's Phil Diaz.
Yeah,
that
Phil.
has the show. You can reach out. There's a whole bunch. Preston's one of them too.
Yes.
I'm right here.
Who?
Who said that?
What, Will? Are you streaming? Are you like you?
No,
you in the,
he's still
you in the
awake
game,
over
brother?
there.
I'm streaming.
Yep.
That's in.
Rock and roll, brother. Rock and roll.
Yeah, he does stream. He used to stream with Pops for CromCon, and he does his own stream. And I was on today.
I'm so pissed off I missed that.
Yeah,
CromCon?
Yeah.
Hey, dude.
It's called.
Are you available Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern? Because we're doing simply sugar and pop, so you can drop by, dude. It would be fun to have you on.
Oh, thanks, bro. Yeah, no, I'd absolutely be.
We're launching the con.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so it hasn't happened yet.
No, it's this weekend, and we're launching it with the show simply sugar and pops.
Oh shit! I thought I missed it for some reason.
Again.
Yes.
Again.
Stop hitting the edible so much.
I know, right? Need something to take the pressure off.
I say that as I.
Oh Christ. Oh. But yeah, I mean, I'm naturally just sort of out of it these days.
Everybody watching and listening right now, please don't forget to like, sub, and share this channel. When we reach 500 sub, I'm doing a original art giveaway, and when we reach 1,000 sub, Sugar here is gonna put a red dress and go run in the Louisiana red dress run. With Anthony Figueroa dressed as a pimp going, "Run, Sugar, run!"
And is that shit for real?
Yep.
Oh hell yeah!
He's going into the red dress run in Louisiana. Yeah, he's gonna go do it.
Oh fuck yeah!
And I'm gonna have to run because Pale Rider will be chasing me the whole way probably.
Yeah. Pale Rider and Anthony Figueroa are gonna be there.
Oh dude, I love Anthony. Anthony's the shit.
Yeah, he's actually streaming right now, if I remember right. I just seen he's streaming with a Graded Point 5, I think.
Oh no shit! Yeah. Oh, yeah. So happy that those folks are like have squashed that beef.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's real good that they're streaming. Yeah, I seen that they were streaming again.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. Because I love those folks. They've always been really good to me, and they've been, great to so many other creators. It's like I hate I don't know. Infighting makes me nauseous.
What's this now, Sim?
I want to show Brian. He hasn't seen this.
Dang it, Sim. We're supposed to be wrapping up.
I know, but he hasn't seen this. So
we're keeping random.
See?
You're fine.
Wow. Oh, it's badass.
See how big they are?
Yeah.
That's Luani.
Oh, they don't stand a chance. Something tells me they don't stand a chance. Oh.
And then she's calling for her backup.
Oh wow, that is badass.
A little spoiler for Tales from That verse 2. That's in number 2, not number 1.
Bitchin'.
Nice.
Y'all are privileged to have had a gander at that.
I was privileged with it all afternoon.
Yeah, but you're special, so.
Yeah, I read.
No, dude, I started the
This
show
is
and I'm
for the
like, hey,
please,
check this
you know?
out, check this out. That's 3 exclusive, one after. Boom, 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 boom. There you go. Welcome to streaming. Because he started streaming by himself.
Phil shows up right at the end. Look at that.
What's
up,
up?
Phil?
What's up, Phil?
Well, Phil, we were just talking about you. We were just talking trash about you, bro.
Yeah, that's the guy I was saying. Phil Diaz, Zayd Comics. He has stream. You can reach out to him to go, promote your book.
Great guy.
Yep.
Like man, we've the aforementioned Vinny, the Fulfillment King, a bunch of people, and the more the
Awesome.
community gets a
The
chance to
Red
know you,
Gaze.
Red
Drew.
Gaze, Drew, who haven't we mentioned?
I know.
But once you're doing that circuit and people are familiar with your name, they're familiar with your face, and they're familiar with your book, they're going to be more likely to invest in it.
Awesome.
Because also one of the things that I think the backers like is they like the fact that we're accessible.
Mm-hmm.
You know. I mean, that's one thing I like about Indiegogo is if like somebody's book arrives like all jacked up or something, they can like shoot me an email and I can be like, oh, I apologize, and send it a replacement.
Very cool.
One-on-one customer service.
And also Ryan and Hex in the chat. They also have streams.
Yes, they do.
Yep.
Yes, they do.
Okay.
All right. So we're finally going to start wrapping up.
It's already
wrapping
started.
it up a while ago.
Yeah.
Wrap it up. I'll take it.
We're just wrapping it up
shit
nice
up.
and sweet, dude. Come on.
I'm going to go ahead and, so thanks for those who tuned in and for those who watch us the replays. Do go check out Whitaker Knox. It looks really awesome. I'm going to end this with the video again. And keep safe or stay safe and stay sweet.
Peace, love, and soul.
Thanks for having me on, guys.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed it.